Well, hello there, everyone out there in trading land. Welcome to Trading for All Audiences. I am Ian, your host of Trading for All Audiences. We are currently trading a TopStep Express Funded XFA day 2. We're at up 900 on the day. Unfortunately, we did blow this one. Ouch. We had 2,200 of profit in there, so that's out for the day. Watching to take a potential long from here. NVIDIA over here has gotten a bit of a bounce, so we're watching that closely. We're also watching the VIX. Tell you what, let's get our 3 ups ready to watch. We've got more war news coming out. So, peace negotiations, maybe, maybe not. Oil at 90. We got to get above 90.13 is kind of where there's some resistance. I'm going to go ahead and put a line there. 90.13 was the pre-market. Okay, let's see if we reject from there. If so, market's going up. Now, our VIX is not helping today. We're over the 39 level at pre-market high. Got EMAs fighting us from above. Okay, VIX, however, is at a pivot. This is a good one for us to watch right here. 1980s to 20s is a good pivot that we could potentially reject from. Hide that in the middle. Okay, oil rejection. VXY, nice top wick. All right, I'm long. I want to see if this VIX continues to do the thing. We just engulfed all of these consolidative candles here. I think we're heading up. Okay, this is all about VIX. Top one, just a de-risk. 2 out of 3. That's 1,000 on the day. Ooh, and a rejection. All right, I'm out of one more profit. Hey, these fills are booty. Love trading TopStep because TopStep X is just the cleanest look of any charting, any trading software that I've used. All right, I'm out there. Booty fills. That's what I'm saying. Bootyful. All right, VIX continuing with the rejection off the 1989 level. I'll keep you guys updated if anything continues to happen there. I like what I'm seeing from the UVXY. Now, we do have major sellers up there in the 80s. We're only at 50s here. It's hard to go super long from here. Why is it every time I start streaming, all of my squawks crash? What up with that? There we go. Now, important to note here, this 39 level, also hedge pressure on the UVXY. A hedge pressure break to the north side is what brought the market down. I was unfortunately longing all of this. That's where that funded account went. Now, being up 1,000 on the day is feeling pretty good, especially as oil is testing highs. We could call it a day there. I do have some other accounts to trade. I've got a funded account here in MyFundedFutures to trade. That's fun times. Look at that UVXY candle versus the SPY versus the NQ candle. Some of our levels from yesterday, nothing too special happening yet. There's my core flex, and there's a rapid eval. Not going to take any of those yet. Core flex is a funded account. Okay, UVXY now just engulfed that top wick. Obviously 39.50 being a little bit of a pivot here, but really this 40 is the level to watch. VIX 1991. Got to be very careful here, not taking any longs until I see rejection again off the prior day high of 20. We could be much, much lower if we breach 20 on the VIX. And it would make sense. It would definitely make sense. Okay, relaunching some charts here, guys. Stand by. Okay. For some reason, TradingView made me relaunch. little bit blind at the moment. 343 on the UVXY. I hate when it forgets which one has candles and which one doesn't. The tick, very low. Full screen. So I get this other one out. There's the VIX. Okay. Taking it away. Okay, seeing a rejection on the VIX. Watch the UVXY. Top wick off of 39.50. Potential long entry. This is a tough sell candle right here to be longing from, but so let's see. VIX 1994. Oil got the rejection from the level. Let's see if the market can have some follow through. Switching back to my 8x8. I want to watch what NVIDIA's up to off of 200 here. Yep, there's the bounce. Double tapped it there. That's okay. We're long 10 micros. Oh, but we rejected. Okay, top wick VIX off of 1990s. Here we go. Taking some off in profit. Risking. We are driving up into the sellers at the EMA. I like what I'm seeing from NVIDIA. That's why I wanted to check, and that's just why I got long. Was this NVIDIA bounce off of 200? It was 200.9. Would love to see the market turn around from here. I think that's what we were waiting for, was that 200 retest on NVIDIA. UVXY getting the rejection that we wanted. VIX with the top wick. Now it's under the 1988-89 pivot. Watch close. We're not going to freak out here. This is a giant wedge. Whew. Yeah, look at that. NVIDIA. See if it holds 200. Potential re-entry on the long. Bags got dumped. Okay, NVIDIA 200. Now, the market has been supportive from down here. Or micro. We are 100 points from this bottom that I caught. Okay, 1994 VIX. NVIDIA 200 again. 200.9 was its bottom. Let's see if it gives us like a little bit of a double wick. Double bottom, tweezer bottom. And that bottom real close. Okay, 200.12, 11. There's 09, that's the low. New lows, NVIDIA. Okay, I think it holds 200 again. That's my thesis. Look at the bounce off of 200. I added to my position off of the NVIDIA bounce. Right, we did not get green. We did get the bounce, but it did not have a lot of legs on it. VIX 1993. Again, a push to 20 means we are hands off of longs. For sure. 1993 VIX. 1996 VIX. NVIDIA testing the low again. Add it again. A little bit of rejection on the UVXY. That's what we need up here. 39.50 was a key level there. Okay, 200 even on the video. VIX just gapped to 20. See how it reacts. I'm gonna pull this over. I'm gonna block everything, but see it there. 1998 now. Love to see a 20 rejection. Acceptance over 20, and I am out of this trade. Getting ready to de-risk here. Only long 8 micros. Playing in profits. NVIDIA is still holding 200. This is alive. Gotta see the bounce here. 200 evens. Oh, little dive under 200, but it recovered it. That's what I wanted to see. Little liquidity sweep under 200. Now we can go up. Gotta hold that 200, NVIDIA. See my trade. There's my trade. Don't love a top wick coming in there as we're trying to bounce NVIDIA. Come on now. The buyers of NVIDIA are kind of disappearing there. I wanted more action off of 200. We do see the volume coming, which is good. Stuffed at 200.9, which is the previous low. Okay, VIX did reject off of 20, right as NVIDIA hit 200. See if it has downside, brings the market up. All right, I de-risked off of 3 there. I see the rejection from our entry. Not great. $100 loss. NVIDIA is holding the level. It just de-risked a little bit. Okay, you want to see this candle right here engulf and then get above 200.27. That's where the resistance is on NVIDIA. Because if it continues to sell, that's going to sell off of that 9 EMA. Okay, look at the bottoming candle here. It's got to stay green. We got to stay green. 706 40s SPY. Okay, I love the bottom wick here. Now it must hold. Back in 9. VIX is at 1997. Oh boy. Oh boy. NVIDIA not really holding on to 200 like I wanted to see. I'm prepared to dump the whole thing. Prepared to bail. You can put a stop loss down there at $400. Okay, 200 holding NVIDIA, sort of. 199, 98, 99. There's the 200 hold NVIDIA. Nope, 97, 99, 93, 99, 92. It's not looking great. Oh boy. Okay, VIX is still at 1996. UVXY has a top wick. NVIDIA is starting to break down. Okay, watching this real close on this 1230 candle. 199.90 NVIDIA. That is kind of shocking. $199.92 NVIDIA. It might do a 200 tap from below. We're going to watch that really closely. Okay, there's the bounce we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. That's the 20 rejection from the VIX. Come on, take us all the way up. We're going to engulf this whole section here. Don't reject off of our entry. Don't reject off of the entry. Let's see some green. That's what I wanted to see. I'm taking some profits here. Still long 5. Still long 3. Taking a lot of profit as we head into that EMA. Gonna hold long here. I love this bounce. That's a gap down on the VIX. I'm tempted to backpack this. NVIDIA over 200 again. 200.9 was where we rejected from. Remember, 200.16 is sort of the resistance for NVIDIA. Okay, UVXY is crashing. I'm long on a backpack. This is above the EMA. That's tough. It's tough. That was a tough fill. Oh, I don't love the rejection immediately when we get in the backpack. How often does this happen, guys? Does our backpack just lead to a big stuffed on the backpack? I front ran the NVIDIA 9 EMA. Okay, there it is. Here we are at the 9 EMA. Come on, let's get over it. Let's get over it. Let's get over it. UVXY is still falling. 39.26. Oh, wow. No continuation off the engulfing. Not fun at all. NVIDIA is rejecting the 200.16. I see it pop up so I can get out of this backpack. NVIDIA back to 200. Scary. Okay, you see my CBCs starting to flip yellow on the 5 on Qs. We like that for our long. 2.5 minutes to go there to confirm that. Okay, I'm out of that backpack for $50 profit. Again, we are rejecting from the 9 EMA on NVIDIA. We still have one MNQ long, 3. All right, I'll take one more off. Two MNQs long over here. I'll take off one more. Okay. Now, back into the backpack. NVIDIA 200 even. UVXY 39.24. We get under 39 and the market's going to fly. All right. I'm long again, another backpack. Oh, don't reject off of my backpack. Come on, not NVIDIA. Stay above 200. There we go. There we go. Man, the instant backpack rejection again. I hate that. My timing on the backpacks has been rough. I should really be like looking for better entries rather than chases on backpacks. $200.7 on NVIDIA. We gotta hold. Hold. Oh, I just realized we don't have music on. Damn, I started trading before I put on the music. See, there's the rejection from our entry. No bueno. NVIDIA 200. UVXY got a little bounce. Do not love that. Really close to the entry here. Really close. $10, $15 flat. All right, I took it for a $10 profit. Oof. Backpacks are stressing me out. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Off of the backpacks. Sticking with my micros that I'm safe with. 7. You know what? I do not love, you see NVIDIA continuing to reject this 5 EMA. If it overcomes the 5 EMA, that is my cue for the next backpack ad. 200 even NVIDIA. I like the reaction off of this EMA from above. It kind of bounced off of it immediately. That's why I jumped in the backpack, even though I just said I wasn't going to front run the NVIDIA 9 EMA anymore. $20. 35. Ayo, backpack. I love it. $100 backpack. NVIDIA 9 EMA tap. All right, back to micros. Back to micros. Leaving it at the EMA. Oof. This price action is tough, y'all. Very tough. Back into a backpack. Just watching here. See NVIDIA continuing to reject off the EMA. I want to see it defeat the EMA and go up and test the other EMAs above. So far, Qs are doing much better than NVIDIA down here. Okay, 1980 on the VIX. That was a pretty solid 20 reject, but we have some EMAs waiting below. Okay, there's NVIDIA at the EMA. 13's the level, 12, 11. Okay, there's 13 NVIDIA. Let's see if it rejects. 200.13. 200.9, 200.4. Yep, that was the rejection off 13. Holding 200 for now. Seeing the top wick form on the 5-minute. Not the time for a backpack. 200's holding on NVIDIA. VIX got a bounce off the EMA as I predicted. I'm just gonna get out of all my trades. Everything's flat. Everything's flat. Can you guys see my? Oh, you can't see my P&L. There it is. 1137. Let's go. Almost got back the 2200 I lost on the other account. But okay, we're not in the getting it back mode. We're in the let's just take good trades mode. Oh, and also let's go to my peeps. Okay, I'm seeing NVIDIA get the move that I wanted, but notice that the market isn't. I'm glad that my thesis changed because the VIX bounce turned me off of this. Look at that. NVIDIA up, market down. No bueno. Careful out here, guys. Look at that rejection. Okay, UVXY is pushing. NVIDIA is getting even more rejection. I would have gotten bagged off of that long entry. Oil's at the 90.13 level. There's UVXY at 39.50. Look at the rejection here. This is where we were longing. I was longing basically like in this wick. Oh, glad I exited all of my trades. So happy to not be in a trade. All right, 90.20 on oil. Right as the squawk dies. Okay, I'm watching for the top wicks at resistance on the UVXY, looking for a bigger rejection off of oil. We can reclaim this line here. That would be fun. Why can't I hear anything? Okay, there's that. And where is... I don't need to hear him. 26,700 levels. Very interesting to me. Nope. Not longing. Not longing. Oil at 90.21. High of the day. Also the pre-market. Nope. We were above the prior day high. We don't really get a pre-market high on oil. Okay, I'm seeing the rejection on the UVXY. I'm watching this for a potential long entry. Get back over 713, and this could be fun. There it is. Long 5 micro. UVXY rejection. Got to get oil to have a rejection now too, and we will have some upside. Still below our EMA. This rejection is good news. Okay, watching the VIX here. 1990 the VIX. Oh, 93 in the VIX. Got a bounce. I love the top wick on the oil. Under the 90.13 level that we have mapped out earlier. Okay, let's squeeze this up now. Okay, took 2 off on the EMA tap. This 9 EMA has been a bastard today. Oof, see what I mean? We did not get over that 713.25 level that I had from yesterday. Boo. And the VIX kind of gapping down here. This oil is hitting resistance. Let's see if our level holds. If oil booms up, then this trade is gonna die. Chased on the 713 break, but it got rejected after all. Been a little tough here. VIX 1993 with a top wick. Added one there. Look at the oil rejection. Okay, UVXY has got to continue to the downside. We can't have a big bounce above 39.50. Oh boy. Okay, 1995 VIX. We made money on the last 20 rejection. We're going to take our chances here. So watching this oil and this UVXY, those are our indicators here. We're on a losing trade at the moment. 945 UVXY. VIX 1994 with a little bit of red. Okay, oil did not get the rejection after all. Okay, I added just under 700, VIX 1996. Again, my thesis is that we stay under 20. It's hard to long when oil is pumping. Here in the bottoms. None of them online right now. Okay. You definitely need oil to reject up there from the 90.50. Okay. VIX 1998. Let's drag it over here so you guys can see it too. 26,700 VIX 1998. Prepared to dump out of this if I need to. VXY is above 39.50. Okay, added one at prior support. Two more. Two more. Know that the VIX is having a moment here. 2003 VIX is where I want to see it put in a top wick and get back under 20. If we start to dive, I'm just going to dump it. It's going to bail. What a time for my squawk to die. I'm sure this is news related. VIX 20.05. Got to see it reject. Watching the low a day for my stop. VIX 20.09. VXY is pushing too. Get those. There's the oil rejection. Okay, here's our bounce. Moving our stop down. Seeing the green there. We need that candle to stay green. We need that wick green and happy for a bounce. There's the top wick on UVXY. VIX 20.10. This is still not the best positioning to be in. As VIX is pushing, we could easily just dive back down. I like the bounce so far, but VIX is flying up, so let's be extra cautious here. Okay, that candle's green. Very good on the bounce so far. All right, I'm getting out in profits. Just long one. All that risk for one micro off the bottom. Okay, there's the rejection from oil, the rejection from UVXY, and the rejection from VIX. We definitely need VIX under 20 if we want to have any continued bounce off of this. This is a sketchy spot to be long because we lose the low of the day, and oh Nelly, watch out. I was right about the bounce. Moving my stop up. Okay. Seeing some rejections off the 700-ish level. Okay, oil got the bounce off the level. VIX 20. Now let's see if we have confirmation over 20 on the VIX or if it breaks below. Oil is pushing. Oil's rejecting. I got long in a backpack. Out of the backpack for $135 profit. Still long from 1 micro. That's how that works, ladies and gentlemen. Successful backpack initiated. VIX at 20. We're over 26,700, but we do have that EMA. All right. UVXY under 39.50. VIX under 20. That was a picture perfect backpack play. We still have this EMA right here where VIX can bounce. If VIX doesn't really give us much of a rejection, then that was, a potentially not a great long inside bar on the 5 on the VIX. Let's see what it decides to do. Still long. Oil is not giving it up. VIX 1997 is nice. Now, if I start to see oil give it up, I will be tempted to take another backpack trade. 26,703. Some resistance from the 705 EMA. 710 on my TopStep chart for whatever reason. All right, I like what I'm seeing from the UVXY. That might give us a hint that the VIX continues to the side as long as this. Loving this bottom tick. Bottom tick. Tickle the bottom. Okay, 1996 VIX. We got to really get under the 1989 pivot. That gold line on my chart. A lot of follow through. Find somebody to talk to me in my ear here. Yes, I don't know what that means. Bear market structure is what I'm guessing that means. Okay, UVXY, testing EMAs. Let's see how this goes. Where's my VIX? 1997 still on the VIX. New minute. Oh, 1993, dive on the VIX. Moving up stops on this micro trade. I have this rule that if I bottom tick a trade on a micro, I have to sit in it for as long as possible. 9017 oil, interesting, getting that bounce. I really want to just take my profit because I don't have a lot of faith. We're at that 713 pivot on NQ from yesterday, which is where our EMA, upper EMAs are waiting at 716. This is resistance. I'm out. I took the profit. We're at 1300 on the day. And I'll re-enter if I start to see something promising like oil breaking down under the 90.13, but there's too much opportunity for oh, wait. We're over the we're at the 713, watching really close for the 71650 interaction. That's my hesitation on jumping back in along here. UVXY 3940, 41. Oil's getting a bounce. VIX showing a little bit of a green bounce forming here. Hard to be long right here into this 20 EMA at 715.68. A reclaim would be pretty bullish though. It's trying. VIX 1993. Still think the VIX is going to try to bounce at least once. Oil has bounced, but not much. 10 cents. Okay, lowering my size because if I do get it, I'm going to risk the low of the day. 1997 now, VIX. See what I mean about the bounce? Risky biskies here. Don't put on extra risk while the VIX is doing machinations. We're stuck in between two EMAs. It's Could be another VIX 20 test. I'm just going to go long 1 micro from this like 8 EMA trying to fight above. I would love to see it break above there. Let's see what happens. Playing in profit. If I start to see the VIX fucking crush, I'm going to jump in a backpack with wild abandon. I will skip to the loo with a backpack on. Let's see what happens. 713 now resistance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, there's the VIX. UVXY got the bounce. The VIX, however, not as much. 700. Okay, there's the VIX 20 tap. That's VIX 20. UVXY 3950 and VIX 20 kind of line up there. Thesis is that we're not going to confirm over VIX 20. Got to see a rejection on oil. Got to see a rejection on UVXY. Got to see a rejection on VIX. Let's see how we do. There's the red on the UVXY. VIX 1999. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of bounce coming in the market. Watching really close. UVXY is under the 3950. Just micros. This might be kind of the end of this funded account too. I might just jump over to my other MyFundedFutures. VIX 20 on the nose. Let's see how we react here. Oil is kind of flirting with the 90.50 level, 90.25 at the moment. Again, a big explosion in VIX or oil, and we are out of this trade. 39.49 UVXY. Under the 26,700 level. Okay. Seeing a little oil rejection, 20.02 on the VIX. High of the day is currently 20.10. If VIX makes a new high of the day, I'm going to just abandon this long concept. $39.47 on the UVXY. Oil 90.32. Little rejection off 33. Just looking for any hint that this market's going to reverse, because we are in a bit of a downtrend. Fighting the trend for all audiences. Fighting the trend. Tickling the bottom. Okay, VIX 1999. That was kind of a 20 reject again, but the market does not want to listen. Oil push. And reject. Okay. Added one. There we go. I'm watching this right here. This UVXY over 39.50, but I want to see it reject over 39.50 and get back under. VIX 20.04. Remember, 20.10 is sort of our soft stop on the long idea. Ready to bail out of the whole thing if it comes to it. 20.05 on the VIX. 39.54 UVXY. 90.39 on oil. Not heading in the direction that we need. Fucking flashing on my phone. Leave me alone. Still watching the long. VIX at 20.05. Okay, long is starting to fail here. VIX 20.05. 39.51 on the UVXY. That's the rejection I wanted. All right, added one. 20.07 on the VIX. 20.10 being our stop. Okay, I like the top wick from the VIX. Love my VIX with wicks. Okay, 20.10. This is, we're at our stop. It's basically going to be down there. Okay, seeing the rejection from oil. The VIX, not as much. Very close to stopping out. Now we did reject off of higher on the UVXY before. Maybe I should hold this a little longer with a little bit of a wider stop. Just risk the actual low of the day. 350 on the trade. Okay, 20.08. Did not confirm over the 20.10. Could have added down there. Okay, top wick on the UVXY. Oil getting a dump. Needs to lose its EMA that it's been riding this whole way up. Okay, seeing some bounce. Now I can get some. Okay, UVXY 2009 diving lower. We had the bounce for a second there. Okay, just getting some music on for you guys. Can you guys hear that? Nope. It's good too. That's more like it. Okay, not on the trade though. 20.10 again on the VIX. It's 80s here. Oil got the bounce off of the EMA, which I was hoping it would not do. 20.11 VIX. Oh no. Ready to cut it. UVXY is driving up. Little motion on the UVXY. We're watching it as it hits resistance. It's like oil. 20.12 VIX.
Order filled.
Here's our low
Order filled.
of the day test. VIX at 20.15. Not getting the rejection on oil or VIX that I need here. Our buyers down here, fiddling around. 167 on the UVXY. Not getting the bounce that I want. Pull this pin out. There's a bounce off a yesterday level. Oh, hello. Hello, yesterday's level. Coming through in the clutch. I like what I'm seeing there. That must be that VIX rejection I was waiting for. Oil got a bit of a rejection from there. Okay, yesterday's level holding strong. Now let's just get over the ADMA. Kind of tapped it there. There we go. There we go. You guys see my screen? Yeah, almost green. Almost green on the screen. Don't want to see a double top there. Want to see continuation. Okay, we're at the EMA. I'm just going to take a few off. Okay. It's about an $85 loss so far on the trade, but we are green from the bottom tick. So, as we start rejecting from an EMA, that gives me caution that we might not get continuation. We like the rejection on the VIX. for a backpack. We are at the EMA. Walking down this EMA this whole time, but we break it to the upside and we're going to see big ups. 5 on XY. Oil 90.33. All right, I'm in off of the EMA break on a backpack. Let's get me some ups, big ups. All right, out for 35. I needed more ups than that. When it breaks with a hesitation, it doesn't give me a whole lot of indication that we're gonna stick with the long. Oh wait, there's the thrust that I was waiting for. Okay, VIX falling hard. Keep it going, VIX. Keep it going. VIX on the 20 tap from above. We really need to not bounce off of 20. Yeah. Yeah. Get under that 20, VIX. Get under that 20, you devil. Oh no. Seeing that VIX has an EMA that's riding too. $700 on tap. There we go. Oh. Oh. Didn't quite get above. There we go. Now we're above 700s. I'm going to take that off with a $40 profit. That 20 EMA above is a little sketch. We rejected it there. We rejected it there. We're not going to overstay our welcome with a backpack on. Nobody wants to overstay a welcome with a backpack on. Nobody wants to be holding luggage. Okay. We're green on this sequence of trades. VIX at 20.02. Oh. We're above the 20 EMA, but we got resistance at 713, so I'm not gonna sweat it on another backpack. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take my profit there. 13.31 on the day. Long way to go for a $30 profit from where we were, but that's a new high of the day on the P&L. Take that shit. Close. Yeah, 703 resistance. VIX 20 is the whole story. The bounce. Oil's got to get under this 90.13 level too. VIX above pivot. It's sketchy. 2004 VIX. A break under 20 would be juicy. Oh, VIX got the bounce off of 20 so far. Tell you what, I'm going to leave this alone for a second. I'm going to get started on this funded over here. So this is a core flex funded. I just need 150 a day on this bad boy. Over to MyFundedFutures. We're gonna let VIX make up its mind before we do any more funded TPT. Or sorry, funded TopStep. That's why. Oh my God. New lows of the day, and wow, oil explosion. Not really literally, but oil booming up. Oil big ups. Let's just call it that. UVXY is at the prior day high, above the prior day high. What's going on? Finding my squawks. We're under that 68 pivot. We get above on a long and again. Like the top wicks. Top wicks are good. All right, long 5 micros from 64. I want to get above 68. Out of 2 in profits. Whoa, gotta be sharp on these TPs. You guys see that? What a plunge after a big ups day. Added one more. 20.21 on the VIX, but I'm seeing the rejection from oil and the UVXY. I think that was the move. I think that was the low put in, and now we're good to go on the long. Oh, not good to go on the longs. Dang. Okay. You see this rejection happening up here. This is what we're watching for our long to work out. Booming down lower. Wow. All right, I added. So I'm adding off the 640s to 650. Off the top wick, off of 40 on UVXY, where it rejected prior. There's our prior rejection. Let's pay close attention to that. All right, let's get the bounce now. VIX 20.33. Little scary down here. Little scary down there. Come on now. Yeah, yeah. Up we go. Oil about to hit 91. Let's see how it reacts. Initially had a rejection from up there. Push. There's oil at 91. Added one just in case it rejects from 91. Man, no relief. No relief on the push. Oil's holding under 91, but the VIX is kind of breaking out. Some profit. Some more. Some more. 2 at break even. Stops and profit. Profit stops. Man, so blowing up that TopStep account did hurt today. That was my leader account. Got caught in a long. I didn't want to give it up. It's a dog with a bone. Oh, it's my long. Stopped out. Up 89.50. Compared to re-long. Watching the UVXY against 40. Okay. UVXY is about to hit 40. Let's see how it reacts. Oil at 91. Okay, love the rejection on the UVXY. Let's get a rejection on oil next. There's a rejection on oil off of 91. Now we head up. Yep. Big ups. Big ups. Give me my profit. Give me my profits. We're doing big ups in the funded on MyFundedFutures. Big ups! I'm not going to do any backpacks on this bad boy. It does not have a whole lot of drawdown. Okay, love the rejection on the VIX. On the UVIX. Ah! Dying right when I'm in a trade. Stop that. This is the least interesting thing to listen to. My friends over here. My hood rat friends. I want to do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. Where are y'all? I do hood rat shit with my hood rat friends. Doing. Look at that VIX pushing. Alright, I saw the bounce. I longed it. Out of one. Top is in on the one that's left. Now this is a tempting backpack scenario. That long wick down there. Got that long wick. Alright. It's 216 on the day there. I'm still seeing UVXY rejecting from the 40 level, but oil is over 91. friends are on the lane, the lane. Okay, prepared to go long if we start losing 91, like we just did on oil. Long 2 micros. Trying to scoot this bottom all the way up. 2039 on the VIX. I'm seeing big volume coming in on oil. Just noted. Noteworthy. 3987, 3990 UVXY. Pushing to the 40. Still don't think it's going to do much over there. I don't think we're making a new high of the day compared to where we were overnight. Okay, let's see what happens. We're playing in a little bit of profit here. Oil not getting the rejection that I wanted to see. I guess 91.50 is the next stop there. But you can see that it's how it's priced into the market. Every jump up on oil is a jump down on the market. It's not, doesn't leave a lot of mystery there. A lot of speculators buying on oil right now. Okay, new lows. Big jump up on oil. 91.50, potential rejection. I bought it at the bottom there. Not getting the 91.50 rejection. VXY did make a brief new high, but then sold from there. Okay, paying close attention to this level here. 91.50 on oil, UVXY 40. If we confirm above here, the market is going to jump-a-roo. Let's see what happens. Market's holding here. Now we're green. Get some extension to the upside now. At least test those EMAs above. Alright, I got out of 4, out of 5. In profits. Mucho profits. Bottom tick will remain. Let's go back to our 8 buy over here. Plus VIX. Buy off the 704.50 level. 704.32. Use 643.70, 642.50. The prior day low waits $2 more, 80 more points. In the video with a nice bottoming action off of 199. Yeah. Now, we are in profits. We've got enough profit on the day to call it a trading day. I'm just going to leave it in there. I'm just going to leave that bottom tickle right where it is. Now, it's tempting to look over here on TopStep. Nope. Nope. Psych. Yeesh, 704, come on. Yeah, I'm not taking any. Leaving my bottom tick on, just leaving it on there. Let's go over this. This is just an eval. I actually won this yesterday on the MyFundedFutures stream. I'm a multitasker. I stream while watching streams, so I can participate in some giveaways here and there. Now let's see if we can get on a trade on this eval. Yeah, put on 10 at 53. It was buying into the EMA touch. Come on, Spy. Give up that easy. Oof. VIX is getting a little rejection from there, but these EMAs are tricky business. Okay, see it? There it is. Tickling our entry here. Now this is a rapid. I get a hell of a lot of accounts here. I can have up to 50. Doesn't mean I want up to 50. There's only a 2K drawdown. You always gotta be thinking about your drawdowns, especially when you're trying to tickle a bottom here. When bottom fishing, use cheap bait. Okay, NVIDIA, don't reject off 199.50. There we go. Okay. Oh, SPY is not looking very healthy there. UVXY is kind of confirming over 40. 39.95. Oil got the rejection off the 91.50 that I wanted. Just on an eval here. That bottom tickle is still in on my funded. It's way down there. It's 17. We're at 50 here on this trade. Ready to bail if I need to. Fixed UVXY at 40. Moment of truth. Pushing the lows here. Pushing the lows here. Probably stopped out on my bottom tickle runner. $40.19 on the UVXY. Oil's at 91.25. Again, we break the low and we're gonna head way low. Another dollar, another 40 points down. Tickling the lows. Okay. Just on an eval here, but man, having no luck on these MyFundedFutures evals lately. Damn. 1500? Getting a little bounce from these lows. The video 199 test here. If it breaks 199, then this account is going to be toast. 199.06 NVIDIA, 199.02 NVIDIA. We're holding 192, 199. Okay. This is where the bounce must happen. Must happen. 199.03 NVIDIA. There's the bounce. That's what I'm talking about, baby! All right, NVIDIA. You held 199. Now just keep holding it. Damn. Still no love on the bounce. Blew it. Fuck me. Now I'm long 10. Told you it was gonna bounce there. Well, so much for the rapid eval. Funded still catching money. Okay, stops are in. Is the bottom? 600s? Fix does have a little bit of a top look to it. NVIDIA did hold the 199. Market's really not giving him the bounce that I like, though.
Order filled.
Okay. Look at in the funded on
Order
TopStep.
filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay. We're long and oh, stopped out over here. Boo. Okay, seeing the UVXY dump in. So not bounce off of 40. Look at this VIX top wick. My VIX with wicks. We go up. We go up. My stop up. Tough to find the bottom. Stopped out on the top step. Ready to get back in if I see more red on the VIX. Okay, NVIDIA is not keeping it together. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this funded now that we're about to get some drawdown on it. Love to see the rejection initially on the UVXY. Wow, NVIDIA got no love off its 9 EMA. Same with SPY. Oil's at 91.29.26. Bit of double hanging man on oil, but it is holding the EMAs. 199.13 on NVIDIA.
Order filled.
Okay, long on TopStep as well. Gonna risk the bottom here, $120, $180. There we go. Still rejecting from the EMA above.
Order filled.
Out of 1. Out of 2 on the EMA tap, and I'm moving my stop to break even. How are we doing over here? Well, we're green over here too. Love that. Okay, a couple of those were out at break even, and now we're in the green. Not quite the bottom tickle. I'm glad I took my profit when I did. Or actually, no, I got stopped out of the bottom tickle on that other one. Okay, we're long micros in both funded accounts. I like what I see from the VIX. I like what I see from NVIDIA. I think the long has a little bit of legs. Let's find out. UVXY is at 40 now. Oil did get the rejection off 91.50 as advertised. Who gives you the levels here? Who gives you these best levels? Oof, don't love that rejection. I'm gonna go ahead and take my profit. This one's gonna stay. This one's gonna stay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, getting a push. UVXY under 40. I'm back in a long. I'm back in a big long. That's why. That's why. I'm out of some of those. Okay, you got 1 micro left there. Stop is at break even. Look at that one. Look at that bottom tickle. Now we leave this one on. All right, up 470 over here. Look at the VIX gapping down. I saw that a pretty violent rejection off of, you know what? We got to put a fucking line right there. You need a line. You need a line right there. Yep, no. You need a line right there. And another one. Another one right there. They're both chartreuse, you just can't tell. This one looks white. Okay, holding the runners. Holding the runners. Let's run. Let's let the runners run. Give you guys a little more screen real estate over here. There we go. In the green. Doesn't look great there. We need the VIX to not bounce off of its 9 EMA, that purple line there. 200 is the blue below. Oil under 91, bouncing off 91.
Order filled.
Stop down. 1469 now on the day. UVXY 3996. 3997. It could be a 40 test on the UVXY. I'd like to see a rejection there. The VIX getting the bounce. All it's going to do is fill in this gap and hopefully continue the rejection down. So we need it to stay under 20.57. SPX got a bounce off of the 7060s. No, that's right. SPX ES got a bounce off 7100 even. Now that is an interesting level. That's sort of like 7100-ish. 9109 on the oil. Might have continuation upside. It's just a big old bull flag on oil. Gonna re-enter longs. TBC's getting fought on the 5 minute. The top wick off of the 5.9. Now over here, still long, just sitting in it. Okay, there's a VIX rejection. That's what we want to see. More red on the VIX.
Order filled.
On 2 micros over here on this TopStep funded. Okay, 40.04, 03 now on the UVXY. Moment of truth on the UVXY versus 40. That's it. That's the rejection we wanted on the UVXY. $20.50 on the VIX. Priced in so far. 40.03 UVXY. Gotta get cues over that 644 level. Love this music. X Reaper Studios. Don't love the red I'm seeing on the 5 minutes. 643 and 644.02. Okay. There we go. 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 Get over the EMA, please. 39.99 UVXY. All right. I took off one. That's an 850 profit. Big money. Other stop is a break even. 1475 on the day. If we get to 1500 on that account today, I think we might. Just as a review, started the day with 2300 red on the day at this moment. Red by about $300. See where the day goes. We need to hold that EMA. Yes! And then I can put my stop at the EMA. Yes! Uh-oh. UVXY is getting a little bounce there, but so is NVIDIA. Love what I see from NVIDIA. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Ooh, it's a little top wiki up there. Alright, leaving it. So what the fuck do we do now? Just gonna sit on our longs. Need NVIDIA over the... It's gonna be a take profit spot. It's the 5 minute 9 EMA 644.55 on the Qs 57. All right, I'm out.
Order filled.
1520 on the day in the TopStep. Just took the profit there. I'm not trying to stay in a trade for a long time. We've been rejecting this QQQ 9 EMA on the 5 minute this whole way down. This is just a test of that. Now, if we reclaim it, that's great because I'm also still long over here, up 75 on that one. Yeah, I'm really liking what I see at 39.84 on the UVXY. Let's go back to our 2 up. Now that we see that NVIDIA is sort of holding the 199, that's what I needed to see. UVXY, look at that. Under the prior day high, but still has EMA support. VIX, more red, still above 20. Caution. Oil, under this 91.50. Let's go ahead and put a line there. 91.50. Boop. Didn't even really get there. Excuse the unmade bed. Beagle's been burrowing. 653 is that top EMA. Oh, what a good exit that was. Where did I cut that trade? 649. It's a nice exit. I will re-enter if things start to really break down on oil and the VIX. Right now, VIX is getting a bounce. 39.83 UVXY. More dippage on the UVXY. All right, I longed 3 more at the resistance. The VIX does break down. It's going to be a big move. 90.84 on oil. VIX 20.43. If VIX truly crushes, we're going to get a big move. So I'm not worried about taking a little bit of drawdown on this. Not getting a lot of follow through there. Oil got to bounce off of its EMA. Right, de-risked off of 1 there. It's like a $3 profit. Want to see the VIX crush continue. UVXY is getting the green little candle in there. Don't love that. Okay, there we go. About to break even. This trade is now at $108 up. Okay, we're at the 668 pivot from yesterday. This is again where we sold off from. We're at resistance. VIX downside, oil downside. Okay, there goes the VIX to the EMA. Make sure we don't get another bounce. We did the last time on the last 5-minute candle. Right, I took my profit there. We're at 15.45. I'll re-enter if the VIX does indeed get below these levels. A little bit of a bottom wick forming. Got to be cautious about this bounce level. But again, a big break above, and I'll chase it. 39.71 on UVXY. Tick is getting stronger here. 668 is resistance. If we break above, we go to 713. Okay, further downside on the UVXY tells me that the VIX is going to break below that EMA, and that's going to push us even further up. Out of 1. Ooh, top wicked it. Ooh. Buying at resistance, fighting the trend. Nothing but bad ideas over here. I'll add. I'm gonna add if we get down to there. Okay. I entered right on the 668 resistance. We got up to 73s. 38 on the VIX. Watching this closely. Oil got a little bit of a bounce back from 90.50. 20.38 on the VIX. Let's see where it clicks next. 20.40 on the new candle. I hate how TradingView does that. Okay, potential EMA support on the 2-minute. Added 1. This is the test of the 20 from above. As VIX gets a little more red on it, put some red on it. Yeah. Okay, 39.75 with UVXY is my current concern level. Oh, and the VIX got a bounce. Dude. Again, I'm interested in adding onto the EMAs as we test them from above. This is just collecting EMAs for a further push up. Nice rejection on the UVXY. Come on now. Come on now. Don't reject off our level. That ain't no fair. Come on! Kind of annoying. It is just micros. Feeling kind of bad that I blew up that other funded not on stream. Or at least streamed it for you guys. Might have been educational of what not to do. Okay, seeing Vix with a little bouncy bounce. Oil getting a reject eject. Sorry, my dog's making gross sounds back there. You never know what's gonna happen with dogs in the room. That's the push that I wanted. Taking off one, just a little de-risk. Leaving 3 on with a stop at break even. There's our trade. Gonna take one more off. Oh boy, getting a little spicy up there. Getting a little spicy up there. Long 2 now, 2 micros, out of 1 more. Really watching closely to make sure that VIX does not get a big old bounce off of that purple line. 102 now on this funded account. We are at that 68 resistance again. UVXY is pushing lower, like that. I like that. VXY 39.66. Let's see if it tests that 39 even. That was a pivot. There goes oil. I like the look of that for our long. 20.36 on the VIX. Okay, pushing the. This was our initial long. We're out of all those. I guess we got soft losses on those. All right, I'm just gonna exit there at resistance, and we'll re-enter if we break above. All right, we're breaking above. We're in the 70s. Should go all the way to 700 now. See. Yep. Big pop. All right, I de-rest off of 1. Very nice push. Nice push. 20.32 on the VIX. 39.67 UVXY. Oh, stopped out in profit there. How dare you? My squawk's back. Come on, red squawks. See that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wasn't even looking.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm all out. I am still long over here, which is good news. I'm gonna go ahead and take that profit because I don't know what the fuck just happened. $200 off of the bottom on a micro. 1 micro. Tempted to chase. That's big volume. Not hearing anything from the squawks. Nobody's out there talking. Ain't nobody talking. Frustrating. Frustrating. Yo. None of those are my normal squawkers. That was a VIX breakdown. We're at 20 now.
Order filled.
This is a chase on the VIX 20 breakdown. Oil's breaking under our 90.13 level.
Order filled.
Do not want VIX to confirm over 20. That would be bad for this chase. There we go. There we go.
Order filled.
Out of a few. There we go. Out of a few more.
Order filled.
Seeing a tweezer top. Go ahead and take that off. That's like a $20, $30 profit. Okay, 20.05 on the VIX. UVXY getting a bounce off of its EMA. Oil got a bounce off of a prior day level.
Order filled.
Back in the long. Cautious.
Order
Out of 2 on the EMA. Tappity tap. Tappity tap. I'm out. Break even on the other one. I guess I should think about maybe longing again over here. 600 on it. That's pretty good over here. Happy with that. Oh, which means that I think we're break even on the day. 2200-ish. Okay. You were right around 2300 before. I don't love the tweezer top. Don't love it one bit. Not one bit. It's got the bounce off of 20 to start. We teleported to my next resistance level on NQ. XY is at 39-ish. It's 1995. 1997. It's just a VIX 20 test. Back above 20. Caution. We're getting faded. Trying to hold the prior day high. Potential short zone. Yeah, how many assholes are just talking about? $19.98 on the VIX. See a little green on the UVXY. Want to see more red to continue to 39 test. Oil got the bounce. Unless you see oil reject, which I just did. Keeping this small, we're chasing a big old move up here off the VIX reject. Under 20 now, bullish. Let's get that oil under that prior day high and we're gonna be even more bullish, just like that. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Stops at break even. Woo-wee! Let's go. Get above that EMA, please. Por favor. Oil's trying to break down. I don't love it. Went ahead and, oh, whoops, I accidentally went short. No, I was trying to take profit right as I was stopped out. Damn it. All right, $3 profit on the short. It was a decent short, but I'm not trying to go short right now. 1991 on the VIX. This is not a short signal. Okay, oil breaking down under the prior day high. We got to get above. We got to get below 89.50. 89.50 is going to be strong on oil. 89.46. 89.53. Whoa, those fills were booty. What the fuck was that fill? That was like a 40-point higher fill. I am so shocked and disappointed at TopStep. I'm going to get out of this position and call it a day on TopStep. That fill was absolutely booty. Let's get this green and get the fuck out of here. Filled me up there. Okay, we're under 89.50 in oil. VIX at 1984. That's below the pivot of the day. UVXY's got a standard 39.36. 29? That's good. I don't know if y'all can even see this trade. Crazy fill on that. 39.29 on the UVXY. I added a couple more here. I want to see continuation upside as the VIX continues to crush. 1985 now on the VIX. Come on, we're in the 1980s again. Market is not happy up there with this big ass rejection, nor should I be. That's what I wanted to see. Oil is at 89.50. Caution. 1986 VIX under the 1989 pivot. Oh, on the pivot, 1989 even. An auspicious retest by the VIX. Ready to bail out of this if I have to. Imagine if I had stayed short. That would have been fun. Instead, I chased along and got filled. I could have filled my short. Ugh. Way above. VIX 1996. Could be a 20 test from below. We break over 20 and I'm out of this long trade. 100% out. VIX 1999.
Order filled.
See what happens at 20. Right as we're interacting with our EMA here. And we're under that 713 pivot. We got to get back above 713 to really have a hope on this long. 711 now. Losing that 713 pivot. $89.50s on oil. Watching for a push up on anything. VIX or oil is going to make me bail out of this.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, or added a bunch off of the EMA tap.
Order filled.
Oil's getting a pump. Don't love that.
Order rejected.
Start to lose that EMA and I'm gonna bail the fuck out. Bouncing so far. Pretty good drawdown right here. 1995 VIX. Liking the bounce. Near our entry. I'm just going to go ahead and de-risk out of some of these. And I'll add if we start to really lose that 20 with gusto on the VIX.
Order filled.
Okay, out of 1 in profits. Stop is at break even. Okay, like the rejection from UVXY. Tempted to add some here. Oil is holding strong though.
Order filled.
Of 1 more. Some of the commodities, silver down, everything else is down. Oil's up. Okay, I like that oil rejection. VIX 1990. Gotta get under that 1989 pivot. Oil seems to be basing above the prior day high. And take off 1 more in profit. Okay. Still 89.70 on oil. All right.
Order filled.
I added up there. I'm going
Order
to take
filled.
1 off in profit. I'm at break even on the whole position. No, don't like the
Order
rejection.
filled.
Totally flat. 1470 now. That was about a $130 loss. Managed. Well managed. VIX getting a little bit of a base right here above pivot. Got to be extra careful about that. That's why I exited my position. 1989 VIX. Oil is basing above the prior day high. We're below our 713 pivot. A reclaim of 713 and a loss of 1989. But we reclaim 713. We're at 712. 715. All right. I chased it with 3 micros. I want to see the VIX now get back under our pivot. There we go. We're at 87 on the VIX. If oil got a breakdown under the prior day high, that would also be fun times. XY basing. Oh no, the VIX bounced. No.
Order filled.
Took off one.
Order
off two.
filled.
Top on the last one is in profit. Okay, there we go. There's the oil breakdown we wanted. Let's let it continue. 1989 VIX.
Order
Add it.
filled.
Pick out my initial. There's my ad right there. I like seeing the reds on the UVXY and on oil. We do have this EMA situation up above, so we can't go really heavy here on the sizing. We are above pivot. All right, stop in profit again. Let's see if this has any legs this time.
Order filled.
Nope. Negative. Stopped out. Okay, 1987 on the VIX, 89.50 on the oil. Don't bounce for me now. 120 with a top wick on the market. Let's go see what NVIDIA's up to. NVIDIA held the 199, even the 199.31 pivot, but it's having trouble at 200 from below. That's the problem, right? The NVIDIA 200 test. Now we did reclaim the weekly pivot on QQQ. That's what this big push-up was. Oh, big breakdown on SPY right there under the prior day low. Not a fun time to be long. Kind of rejected the open right there. Oh my, oh my, oh my. VIX got a bounce above pivot. Caution. Now, we reclaimed the prior day low on SPY at 706.14. That could be bullish. So far, that was kind of the top of the move. 703 to 707. Tick is crashing.
Order filled.
All right, I longed off of this SPY bounce off of VWAP, more or less. We break under VWAP and or VIX goes over 20, and I consider my choices. Oh, there's VIX over 20. Careful now. Super caution. Big dump.
Order filled.
I average down. There's the VWAP tap on SPY. Oof, not holding it.
Order filled.
VIX is pumping up. It's just got those EMAs up above. Remember, 20.10 was prior resistance. Let's see if it stays below 20.10. Come on, let's push this. Let's push it up. Push it up. Give me some greens. It is at a pivot, as is QQQ.
Order filled.
Well, 89.79, 80. That is the bounce that we wanted. Give me my green, please. Sure y'all can see that. Didn't turn green though. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. See the VIX rejection off of the 20s? I see it. Does the market see it? Rejecting off of our entry here. All right, taking off about half.
Order filled.
More than half.
Order filled.
Still 2 from down there. All right, I'm gonna take off one more. That's a $25 profit. 1840 on the day. We almost fought back from the terrible fill incident. String cheese incident. Thanks, TopStep. Oh boy, sorry if I shook the camera there. My bad, my bad. That's the VWAP bounce on a tweezer bottom on SPY. Gave us this tweezer as well over here on NQ. And that is basically the entry. Let's see if it holds. Reminded of this trade back here. Remember when I just exited because I didn't know what the fuck was going on? That was a good exit. UVXY got a bounce over 39.50. Is this a bull flag or a bear flag? Hard to tell. Okay, there we go. Now we're green. Stop is at profit. You guys can see my trade. I'm gonna drag it down just so you can see my P&L. Go. Love the push. Thank you. Thank you for rejecting 20 VIX. That's what I wanted all this time. Now, is it going to be a forceful rejection? Oil got a bit rejecty there too. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. Look at that oil under the prior day high pivot. UVXY under the 39.50 pivot. VIX under the 20 pivot. Who gives you the best levels? This guy does. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Contemplating an exit in profit here as we tap this EMA. Like seeing VIX at 1988. All right, I took the profit there off of the EMA tap. We are below the 713 pivot. We get back above that, and I will be chasing longs. Oil found a little bit of a bounce here last time. That's why I'm being cautious. 1983 VIX under the 1989 pivot. Oil's dropping. We're at that 713 resistance potential SR flip. 711 now. Again, a forceful break above 13, and I'm going to chase it. 1275, 1375, 1275, 1425. Just tickling it. 1450 now. 1981 on the VIX. All right, chasing it.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, that's how it's done. Longing into an EMA. You take your profit as you go up. On the EMA tap, I will exit my last contract. That's at about 7:30. Are above pivot, but I don't know if we're going to stay above pivot. This push, 1977 on the VIX. We should get more action here above the pivot on NQ.
Order filled.
Damn. No love from the EMAs. UVXY got a little bit of a bounce. As did oil. 89.40-ish.
Order filled.
All right, I longed again.
Order filled.
Out of one. Man, these fills are so booty on TopStep.
Order filled.
Okay. Just checking and making sure that everything's working. Okay, over here. Prepare to chase more. 1972 on the VIX. UVXY 39.25. Oil 89.20s. 30s again. The bounciness of oil, which I understand. I would not want to be short oil right now as the Middle East is potentially having more conflicts. $19.75 on the VIX, getting a little bit bouncy.
Order filled.
Waiting to see who wins between these two EMAs here. Okay, oil got a little rejection. That's good for our long. Just long 3 micros, no big deal. Get above this EMA, come on. VIX got a bounce. UVXY very bottomy here, over 39. Oil got the bounce, VIX got the bounce. Holding the 14, 13 pivots. Added one more at 13. Added one more at 13. Let's see if we can hold this pivot. It's an EMA plus a pivot. This should be extra strong. Oil pump. UVXY pump. Okay, EMA taps. Cost basis at 719. Okay, greens.
Order filled.
I like it.
Order
Exited a
filled.
bunch on that pump. Still not that much profit though.
Order filled.
Want to see a big push here.
Order
Okay.
filled.
Still don't love the rejection off the EMA. Now we break above it and I will chase to the next EMA, which is all the way at 760. Fix 1978 oil 89.29. Nice red on oil. We did hold the pivot, but we're right on top of it still.
Order filled. Order filled.
I longed from 18 and I exited at 20. All right, it's only $2.6. Gotta get above this EMA, y'all. We gotta get above. VIX 1977, oil 89.30, still holding strong. Don't love the top wicks. I'm out. 1621. New high of the day on the P&L. Holding the pivot, but major EMA resistance above. Gonna need to see a different look out of the VIX without all this bounciness. A UVXY under 39 would be just divine. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can find some better squawk action. These assholes talking about... Oh, I got the bone zone. The bones. Yep. Bone zone. You guys must be following Bones on Twitter. She knows all the Bitcoin levels. Still just been rejecting yesterday's close. Uh-oh. Back at the 713 pivot. Gotta bounce. From where I'm sitting, it looks like VIX and or oil want to do a big bounce. Caution on longs. Above the pivot, though. There's oil starting to bounce. Yeah. 1982 on the VIX. 39.35 UVXY would suggest the VIX should be lower than that. VIX is sticky. Okay. Just based on the motion of the ocean, I got a little long there. Based on somebody rejecting over in the corner there. Who was that? It was the UVXY rejection. Okay. Back to pivot. Added one. Off pivot. Are we going to hold the EMA? That EMA above is killing us. One. All right. Stop is at break even. If we happen to get over that EMA, it'll be big ups, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in that. If anyone's curious, this is a TopStep XFA. It's the consistency XFA. So I don't want to get it to run the score up too high here. I'm going to have to do it again at least one more time. I got a $300 yesterday and almost 16 and change yesterday. Today.
Order filled.
Okay, stopped out there at the pivot. Okay, CN VIX with a little bounce action. UVXY 39.40. Oil back at 89.50. Let's see what happens on the pivot. Under pivot. Back over pivot, but only a little bit. A little baby bounce. Oil rejected. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's why we use stops, guys. Use your stops. 1985 on the VIX. This could be news. 89.50 on oil. Love to see a rejection there and stay under 89.60. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. That is an EMA tap and a 700 tap. 1992 on the VIX. You gotta lose the 20, man. We're over pivot. UVXY 39 pivot test. All right, I'm long one from 706. I'm looking at this EMA right here, this 20 EMA potentially being supportive to get us back over pivot. 702 is that level. I'm long from 707. Oil getting the push above the prior day high. That would be an excellent spot to reject from. Long one micro, 1993. Now, just out of curiosity, we're 100 points from the bottom, which means at most I could lose $200 if I just let it ride on the one micro. not that big of a deal. But also, it's important to know that that's why we don't add a ton of risk down here at the bottom. You've seen me do multiple times, but I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm new at this. Still new. Okay, there we go. We did get the bounce, and we're back over pivot. Stop isn't at break even. Stay over that pivot, please. Thank you. Still have this fucker up there waiting for us. Okay, watching this push. Oh, I love the dump on the UVXY off of the pivot. Who gives you the pivots? Is this guy. 720s now. 723 is that evil EMA waiting above. All right, I'm out. 1654 on the day. Look at how many times we've rejected off of this EMA. Do you think we're gonna poke through this time? I don't think so. That is an excellent exit. Excellent exit. Oh, look at the exit. Out at 720. Oh, they got the 722. Woo! Got the right fill on that one. VIX 1990 above pivot. Now, we're back to our pivot on NQ. We do have an EMA supporting us right on the pivot, so I will get back in if I start to see any juice getting squeezed out of the VIX or the oil. We're watching UVXY and CL. 89.50 is a pretty good level to hold for oil. I don't love it here. I don't love the long anymore. Okay, need to see oil reject off 89.60. Nope. Okay, UVXY needs to stay under that 39.50. Pivot is holding on NQ. 89.63 on oil. A big dump on oil would be the long entry that we're looking for. $7.14, $7.13 on the pivot. Okay, back above pivot. I'm long. I like the top wick. We're back at 1989 on the VIX, which is our pivot. This is a top wick off of the daily pivot. Now, a reclaim of the daily pivot would turn me off of this long idea for sure. Oh boy. Oh boy, we held the pivot. 39.40 UVXY. Give me a little push down there, buddy. There's not much space to put in my stop. Get above this EMA. Tell this EMA to fuck off. Let's go. There we go. We're on the EMA. Let's push it. Oil rejected. Love it. 89.40s now. Okay, my stop is at 18.25. Let's get the big push now. Let's get a big old push up. This has been the rejection EMA thus far, but if we break above, it's an easy 40 points. My stop is in profit. You guys see my screen here? Oh yeah. Ooh, get above this EMA. Get on up. Get on up. Get on up. 1986 on the VIX. Looks like it rejected from the pivot. We get a push now. I like that my stop is currently resting below both EMAs right now. So if we were to get a dive, it would actually be another long entry. It probably would stop us out. Maybe. Don't love the top wick at resistance, fellas. Are above pivot. It's 1984. Oil 89.30 and getting about. That's why we have stops, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Well, so much for the long idea, on the UVXY at least. VIX got no move off of that, which is really interesting.
Order filled.
That looked like an algo flush, and I don't buy. Well, I do buy that. I don't believe that.
Order filled.
I bought the dip, y'all.
Order filled.
I stopped out at $1,700. Still watching close. The no reaction off the VIX while the oil flew up is a real sus situation. $39.60. Feels like UVXY is rejecting.
Order filled.
Long from 97-ish. Did it fill me? 90. Okay. Look at that reclaim of 700s now. Big old top wick on the oil. There's our green. Back over 700. Green momentarily. Lost the top pivot, bounced off the bottom pivot at 68. That would have been the spot to long from, but I was not totally aware of what the fuck was happening. Ooh, 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 okay. VIX is actually waking up a little bit now.
Order filled.
VIX 1997. And confirmation over 20, and I am no longer long. In the 80s, 668 is the pivot below. My position is from 90, which I don't love. $19.95 VIX. Oils get a little push there. $19.99 VIX.
Order filled.
Oil at 89.60. VIX 20.02. And above the pivot at 68. $668, excuse me.
Order
VIX at
filled.
20.04. Not good for longs. Caution. That looks like that has the looks of a 20 reject on the VIX. Come on, push us up. Green.
Order filled.
You risk.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, stop is in. 668, still the pivot below. I'm long from 78 with a stop and profit. 2:21 p.m. Okay, move my stop up. 1669.54. We have an intimidating EMA stack above at 700 evens.
Order filled.
Out. Watching this fixed chart. On the VIX, we're at pivot on the N key. $74 on the UXY.
Order filled.
Bounce off 68. Oh, thank God. Squawk are back. Squawks are back. Alright, took one off in profit. Like the topping look on the UVXY. VIX is at 20.01. There it is. Knife insurance is in, $50. Risk. We have 3 on it. Caution on longs. Still liking the top wick from the VIX. We got to really follow through off the rejection from 20. This was a scary little pump here. Glad we rejected it. Okay, we're down near pivot.
Order filled.
Added
Order
2
filled.
on the pivot. 8 is our pivot. I am long from 78.
Order filled.
Out of 1.
Order
Out of
filled.
2. We're at 1700 on the P&L. I got a P. Speaking of P&L. Eagle in there. Didn't get stopped out. That's fun. Holding the 68 pivot. EMAs are heavy above though. VIX 2003. Oil's breaking down a little bit. 89.52. That's good for longs. Not good for longs. Dumping. Dumping.
Order filled.
How will re-enter if I see more bounce happening, but this 2005 on the VIX is a little sus. 1713 on the day here. This 89.50 is incredibly sticky on them. You can see that we've got a little bit of a flag happening here above this EMA. From our two levels. Okay, look like we're getting a fade on oil there. It's 2006. Remember that they rotate from the VIX to the oil to the VIX to the oil, and it just walks the market down. 2006 VIX. I'm flat. $20.13 on the VIX. Oh boy. Oh boy. We are just kind of filling in that wick. If I see any decline on the VIX, I'll try along because we are at our pivot. Oh, oil's breaking out of the wedge. Caution. Caution. Gotta see it reject like it did a few minutes ago. Top wick. But it's continuing the breakout. Alright. Long from 671-ish. 671.25. 1 micro. That was the rejection that I wanted on oil. Now we just gotta get VIX to play along here. 974 on the UVXY. Oil is actually just retesting the breakout. Just $27 on this. But there will be pretty much a 1-to-1 trade. Also an H forming. Alright, there's a bounce. 2019 on the VIX though. I have to see a pretty good reversal coming. There's, okay, 4% rejection on the VIX, making a higher low, lower high. Top is in at break even. Pivot held. Nice. Nice. See if we start to build from here. You have EMAs waiting in the 80s. Oh, I like that. Daddy likey. Let's keep that oil going. No, don't bounce oil. Did it take it out on the EMA touch? Let's get the bounce. I'm out.
Order filled.
My profit. Prepared to re-enter if anything else interesting happened. 2010 on the VIX. UVXY 39.58. Thought I exited. I did. Okay, 39.50 being the pivot on VIX. We're gonna watch what happens here because if it gets a bounce, we're gonna be rocked. Oil got the bounce. $39.58 on the UVXY. Oil is at 89.70. Still getting a little rejecty.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm long from 85. Really like what we're seeing here on the bounce from 68. longed right on the EMA. Not best practice, but I think VIX is strong, VIX sort of rejected. Oil is the only problem right now. So as soon as oil starts to really reject, we're gonna fly up. Here we go. Flying up. Oil rejecting. Love it. Love it when it works. This is our 700 tap. Another EMA waiting up there to sell us off.
Order
All right.
filled.
39.45 on the UVXY. I took profit there. We are above one EMA, but this one has been the bitch today. Tough one. 20.07 on the VIX. Oil is just basing above the breakout. That's why it's highly suspicious. 701. All right.
Order filled.
I chased it from 700. UVXY 39.40s. Let's stay under that 50, please. There's the push that I was waiting for. Let's get above the EMA. Let's go. Let's go. Go.
Order filled.
Top one. $3, $5 holler.
Order filled.
A $2, $8 holler. High chance of reversal there. Stopped out. 20.01 on the VIX. Let's see what happens. Try to chase if we get a big push. Having awareness that we break through 20 on the VIX is good trading. Or top with 700, 39.34 on UVXY. UVXY is at its bounce spot. Let's be cautious. 1999 on the VIX. Oil's trying to bounce. VIX 1999 is good for business though. $700's holding strong. I'm long 3 from 701. 702.25 was my fill. That's weird. Okay. $39.32 on the UVXY. Oil tried to bounce. VIX 1998.
Order filled.
Got it on the EMA tap. Green for a second there. $39.32 on the UVXY. Again, we're at the bounce spot, so we got to be cautious here. $19.97 VIX though. I think people are going to see that and buy this up. get some knife insurance down there. I don't want to risk 250 really, but I would. And VIX giving a little bit of a confirmation candle right here on 1999. Yeah, we gotta let that break all the way down.
Order filled.
Big dip. 98 VIX. 39.39 UVXY. Dang, VIX back over 20. Watch out, longs. Oil is at 89.57. VIX 20.04. Damn.
Order filled.
Gotta see a VIX rejection off 39.50 on the UVXY. Caution flag is out. Okay, there's the UVXY rejection that we needed.
Thanks for listening to X Creeper Studios. If you know, you know. Enjoy the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below the vibe. Thanks, you know the time. Goodbye. Goodbye. See you next time.
20.08 on the VIX. Market's still finding buyers down here on the EMAs though.
See you next time. See you next
I'm de-risking a little bit from here, just out of half. That was like a $25 loss.
See you next time. See you next time. See you next time.
Okay, almost green there.
See you next time.
Oil's under 89.50. Let's see if it stays under there.
See you next time.
You saw me manage my position here as we sort of like neared this seller area. Took off 3 there for a small loss.
See you next time.
Oh, I don't love the top wicks that I'm seeing up there. Oil 89.48. VIX at 20.04. Definitely the point of interest. It's down, market down. 50. Check it into our individual names. NVIDIA is over 200 again. There's no reason the market should be this low. NVIDIA holds 200, and that's super bullish for tech. NVIDIA's getting the push. Okay, seeing the CBC start to flip long. That's a good sign for our longs.
Order
Out of
filled.
1 in profit-ish.
Order
Out of 2 in
filled.
profit. 1686. right,
Order
I closed them
filled.
all. We're back at break even, 1705. Fix at 2003. UVXY at 3942. It's 2002. Oil just got a pop to 89.70. This appears to be failing. But it is over 20, so we have to practice caution here. $86. Fix 20 tests.
Order filled.
All right. I want to see VIX lose 20. Let's see it. Let's see it happen. Let's manifest it. On 2 micros. We're not taking a ton of risk down here. 705.30s on SPY. VIX at 20. Again, we lose 20. Market gets bid. Well, let's turn this candle green and get the VIX at 1999. Don't bounce off a 20. Getting a little bit of a bounce off a 20. Okay, there's some green. Finally some green there. I'm just going to take one off in profit. That's a de-risk as we tap the EMA from below. We are starting to engulf this last 2-minute candle. Nope, stopped out. 1707. Prepared to enter here on a chase. 1999 VIX. Nvidia's getting some sell pressure here.
Order filled.
I'm chasing along.
Order filled.
Okay, that's a $3 profit. Come at me. Stops at break even.
Order
$1 profit. $4 on that trade. What do you know? Still green. Watching oil above 89.50. VIX 1997 though. 89.65 oil. Nvidia back to 200 maybe. Our pivot, just in between pivots here. UVXY got a little pop. Oil still kind of fighting the trend.
Order filled.
All right, I longed 2 off the spiciness as I'm seeing oil and VIX reject together. Little push here, little push here.
Order
Out of one,
filled.
$6 profit. Take it. Rejected. VIX 1995. UVXY getting a push, however. Ooh. In the rejection from EMA land. Big push down here. Bought it. Not sure where that's coming from. Oil down, UVXY is going up. I don't know if you guys can even see my position here. $19.99 on the VIX.
Order filled.
A little bit of a bottom wick there. Glad I didn't get filled down there. Don't love this position. $19.99 still on the VIX.
Order filled.
Heading to the pivot in the 68s. $39.55 on the UVXY. Not great for longs. Over $39.50. $26,679 is my position. Oof. Oil is under $89.50. VIX 1999. I don't see anything that should be pushing us down too dramatically.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm longing from the pivot.
Filled. Order filled.
$20.01 VIX. Definitely getting spicy here. UVXY not getting the rejection that I wanted to see. Okay, there's a rejection on UVXY. Let's get this bounce off of the pivot.
Order filled.
Okay, I de-risked.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
That was about a $100 loss on that. That's some bullshit. Just more booty fills, I guess. TopStep.
Order filled.
Opt out. It's kind of a 20 confirmation, like a 20 reclaim on the VIX. It's definitely not good. Pivot seems to be
Order
holding.
filled.
Here we go. There we go. There we go. Long 2 from 669 off of the pivot. It's a strong pivot.
Order
Out of
filled.
one, $20 profit. No, no, no backpack. Oil is getting poppy. Still watching this UVXY rejection. VIX rejected as well. I'm long in both now from 667 and 669. Sorry, 677. 77 points above the low of day.
Order filled.
Stopped out on TopStep. Seeing the VIX rejection though. UVXY is starting to confirm over the 39.50.
Order filled. Order filled.
One more micro from the pivot. Oil's getting a little pop here. Back to 39.50 on UVXY. Let's see what happens. Oil's getting a push there. This is sketchy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Near entry there for a second. Oh, hello. 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 Hello, lovely. Hello, lovely on the big long from the bottom. Hello. Hello. I'm just going to go ahead and take all my profit. Taking all my profit. Shall we chase? Shall we chase? I'm long. That's okay. I'm long over here. I'm long over here. All right, I took it off. Crazy candle. Crazy candle. Up 829 in MyFundedFutures. Up 1716 in TopStep. Look at the oil just dying. Bye-bye, oil. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Order filled.
I'm on this oil dump. I gotta be long here, guys. Gotta stay long. Uh-oh. Oil's gotten an 88 bounce. Uh-oh. I took it in this account. It's got lots of room, lots of profit to play with. Okay, oil's now getting a bounce. Damn, oil sold hard and then bounced hard.
Order filled.
EMA test here. This was the bitch of the EMA before. Let's see if it was an SR flip EMA. Need oil to reject off of 89 here.
Order filled.
On 5 from 700s. Oil under 89, 88.80.
Order filled.
88.95.
Order
In the
filled.
greens, in the greens, in the greens, in the greens.
Order filled.
$39.30 on UVXY. There's the dump off of 89 on the oil. Fuck yeah. Woo yeah. All right, I'm out there for a $50 gain. $17.52 on the day in TopStep. $8.29 on the day MyFundedFutures. That brings us to $2,500. That is a green day by about $200. And I'm gonna fucking call it there. Things are getting spicy. You guys be careful out there. I'm calling it a day. It's look at VIX. Look at VIX. Look, UVXY is getting crazy. VIX like gapped down all the way to 1969. Should be bullish. But it's scary up here, y'all. It's scary. So I'm going to just caution everybody. Don't overdo it. It's 3 p.m. now. We're starting into power hour. That's power hour also for the VIX and for oil. Just be aware. Buyers are coming in for everything right now. I'm hands off. Hands free. No more trades for me today. We're green on the day. I'm going to fucking take it. Had an excellent day in TopStep. Had a great first day. It's day 1 of 5 on the MyFundedFutures Flex account. Tempted to take more, but I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Shutting it down. Thank you for joining me on Trading for All Audiences today. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Hope you enjoyed the green day. Hope you had a green day. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good one. I love you.